Our first method for finding all of the exact values of the six trigonometric functions, giving a couple of them, is to use fundamental identities. So for this, we have to remember how to express the others. My given information on this one is that sine of theta is 3/5 and cosine of theta is negative 4/5. So I'm going to be using strictly that information. So for tangent of theta, I would need to express it in terms of sine and cosine. So I know that tangent of theta is sine of theta over cosine of theta. And once I've written it like that, then I can use my given information and substitute. So in the original given information, they tell me that sine of theta is 3/5 and cosine of theta is negative 4/5. So now all we need to do is simplify this compound fraction here. A compound fraction, remember, is just a division problem. So it's the numerator divided by the denominator. And when you're dividing fractions, you change it to multiplication and flip the second one. So we take the reciprocal of that one. And multiplying the two fractions together like this would be very simple. The 5s will cancel out. And so that leaves a 3 times the negative 1 on top, so negative 3. And on the bottom, 1 times 4 is just 4. So this first one, tangent of theta, is going to be negative 3/4. And I move on to cosecant of theta. Now in terms of sine and cosine, cosecant is 1 over sine. So using my given information again, I would just now replace sine of theta with what sine of theta is equal to 3/5. And again, 1 divided by 3/5 would give me 1 times 5/3, which would just be 5/3. For my next one, I've got secant of theta. In terms of sines and cosines, that would be 1 over cosine of theta. And cosine of theta is negative 4/5, so this would be 1 over negative 4/5. And 1 divided by negative 4/5 would be the same as 1 times negative 5/4. So that would just be negative 5/4. And then finally, cotangent of theta. In terms of sines and cosines, cotangent is cosine of theta over sine of theta. So once again, I'll just replace it with my givens. Cosine is negative 4/5. Sine is 3/5. That 3 came out not quite right. There we go. So this one maybe I'll do a little bit of extra work for. So negative 4/5 divided by 3/5. That would be the same as negative 4/5 times 5/3, the reciprocal. Now again, the 5s would cancel, and so that leaves just a negative 4 times 1 on top and a 3 on the bottom. So this would be negative 4/3. And that's it.